Okay, now we will continue. I'll share. Girls, can you see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, great. So Maya, read ya Maya.
Focus on point of view. Point of view is the perspective from which a story is told. The narrative point of view affects the reader's understanding of the story. Here are examples of different points of view that an author may use and the effects these choices may have.
Thank you, Maya. Sarah? Sarah? Sarah, where are you? Thea? Leah? What? No one is here? Am I alone or what?
Can I read?
Wait, يا ديما. Layal, are you here يا Layal? Leah? Layal, Leah?
Yes, miss.
Layal, you're here.
Yes.
Okay. After Layal يا ديما, you read حبيبتي. Okay, read the point of view.
Talking, but
What?
I guess
What
we
is
don't
here?
hear it. Yes, she was talking.
Okay يا وعد. So before Layal.
Miss, I'm here.
Okay يا وعد. Read يا وعد. Then Layal.
First person singular. Use the pronoun I. Narrator is usually progressive.
Protagonist. Can you explain what does it mean يا وعد? يعني what are we talking about here?
We're talking about the pronouns. And
yes. Which pronouns?
First place. I, you.
Yes. We talk about the narrator's point of view. The narrator is the one who says to us the story, his point of view. There are 3 points of views for narrators.
Teacher?
Yes?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Ahad?
Teacher, yes, I've been trying for like 2 hours to enter and I just entered.
Okay, great, Ahad. So for narrator's point of view, we have 3. First, second, and third. Now, Yawad, you are reading the first person point of view. How can I tell that this story is being told from the first person point of view? When I see the pronoun,
when it mentions I.
When I see the pronoun I, and the narrator is usually the protagonist. Protagonist is the hero of the story. Possible effect. What is the effect of using the first person point of view?
Can I say?
Wa'ad is still reading.
Should I read? Yeah, I read.
Yes,
this?
yeah, read and explain.
Okay. Gives reader access to narrator's inner thought. Can be unreadable because it only provides one perspective. Then this allows the reader to admire what is the real versus what is revised by the character.
So it has a good side, which is you can know everything about the narrator's thoughts and actions and feelings, but on the same time, unreliable because you don't know about others' feelings. You don't know about others' thoughts. Okay? Okay. Because here we don't know what is real and what is perceived by the character. There is a situation happened and the first person point of view tells us the situation from his perspective, not from others' perspectives. Okay? So this is first person singular. If it's told from first person singular. What is if it's told from first person plural? Sham, you wanted to discuss, right?
Yes.
So read it, Hisham, and then explain, please. The first person plural.
Okay. Uses pronouns we, suggests a group of people narrating the story, uncommon point of view from which to tell a story.
Yes, so there is a first person of view plural, which is the story is being told from more than one, but it's not common, yani uncommon among stories in this. What is the effect?
I read.
Yeah.
Possible effects provides a sense of group identity, such as facing a challenge together, including that of opposing an outside group.
Yes. So if you, Hisham, is deciding to write or planning to write a story, you prefer to use which point of view? First or, or third?
I would use third.
Third. Why?
Because if I'm writing a story,
get the first person plural.
Yes. It is when يعني when you tell me you and Huda you went out for hiking and when you came back you are telling us the story, both of you. But it's uncommon, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it will be told to Huda said that and then you say to her, no, it didn't happen. So it is a dialogue in the story. What happened is that when we went to do this, that what happened. You got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Sham, you said that you prefer to use the third person. Why?
I prefer third person because I've written stories before and like short stories. I don't like writing from my point of view. I like writing from characters' point of views,
Yes,
like what they think about things.
Yes.
Like
what they
not
think.
me.
Yes, great. What they think. How do they feel, right?
Yeah, everything about them. I don't like writing about me from my perspective.
Yes, because it's limited. You only know about your feelings and thoughts.
Yeah, and also because the story is not about me, it's about the characters.
Yes, now sometimes an author, because you would be an author in this case, you write the perspective for narrator, not for yourself. So it's not necessary that the story has happened to you, but the story has happened to a fictional narrator. And this story could be fiction, but told from a first person point of view. And okay, so it doesn't mean that it is told from the first person point of view that it is really had happened.
No, yeah, I mean, because I don't like I don't like limiting this story to my thoughts and feelings and everything. I like talking about the characters instead.
Yes. So in the third person point of
Honestly,
view,
teacher-
Hisham, we what, Nirvana?
I was gonna say I find it so annoying to read something written in the third person point of view.
Why?
Why?
I don't know. It's like, I don't think you understand the character very well because I don't know. I find it annoying.
But in third person point of view, we have two kinds: omniscient.
Yeah, but
and
I only want to read
limited.
out a single character, not all the characters.
You want to focus on one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. A good perspective. Sham's good perspective and Nirvana's good perspective. Okay, in the third person omniscient. Okay, thank you, Sham. Thank you so much, and thank you for participating. I like it when you participate. Layal.
Yes, miss.
Third person omniscient, yeah, Layal. What happens in third person omniscient?
Uses pronouns like he, she, and they.
Yes. The effect.
All-knowing and all-seeing narrator, so reader gets a broader perspective. Allows reader to know thoughts and feelings of all characters.
Yes. In omniscient, the narrator knows everything about all the characters, not limited. Limited, he knows only about one character. So in third person omniscient, he knows it all. So he says it all. So you would be aware of all the feelings and thoughts of all characters in the story. Okay, here, focus on point of view. Leia, Tia, no one here? Leia, Tia? Leia, Tia? Who's here?
Tia.
Tia, yes, Tia. Read Tia from the slide. Thank you, Layal.
Yeah, focus and point of view. In his unique writing style, John Steinbeck uses alternating points of view in his narration, which contribute greatly to the tone of the story. You will notice that at times Steinbeck employs third person, at other times he uses first person singular. In addition, you will notice that he uses the less common first person plural. Although these parts of the text are suggestive of dialogue, Steinbeck doesn't structure them as dialogue. Consider the effects of switching between points of view.
Okay, here you will skim the excerpt alone by yourselves. Listen what you are going to get out. You will get out, when did he use first person singular? When did he use first person plural? And when did he use parts that were structured to be dialogues, but he didn't write them as dialogues? I now, when I talk, I remember a lot. They have to be structured at dialogue, but they were not structured at dialogue. So now go and start. I'll give you 5 minutes. He gives you examples, okay? I will say for you, number one, those families which had lived on a little piece of land, who had lived and died on 40 acres. He used those families, so third person. So this, what is the effect? Provide background on the simple farm life that the migrants were used to. This helps me to feel some compassion for the hardships they faced when industrial changes threatened their way of life.
Miss Hala, here most of it is in third person, right? But there is in line 56, line.
Oh, here he wrote for you the examples that he wants you to answer, Yehuda, like when he said, if that fella will work for 30 cents, I'll work for 25.
Yes, this.
Oh,
This is
so
the first person singular.
So you answer this, Yehuda. This is what? It is already has been written for
yes, it's written first person singular. What's the effects of this point of view? It's like it's showing us what they think,
Yes.
like what he as the one that's talking now, like what he feels and what he thinks. Like if that fella worked for 30 cents, I will work for 25, and he will take 25. I'll do it like that.
So
yes.
when he used the first person singular, I will do, it is what?
Yes.
Personal.
Yes, personal.
Okay, personally. It is a personal touch. So here, read it, Yehuda.
The first person singular gives the text a personal touch. It is easy to identify with the worker explaining his predicament.
Okay, thank you, Huda.
Welcome.
So we go to number 2. Who didn't participate with me? It's Linda. Number 2. It is already written, Linda.
And here from if that fellow.
Yes. No, this is number 2. Okay, number 3.
Yes, okay. And wages went down and prices stayed up, and pretty soon now we'll have serfs again. First person plural.
Yes. So what is the effect of it? Why he used first person point of view plural? Who are talking here? Locals or migrants?
The narrative.
Yes, but on behalf of whom? Yani who says that the wages went down and prices stayed up, and pretty soon now we will have serfs again? Who were annoyed that the Ukis are taking
yes, the locals.
The locals. So now he talks from the perspective of
the
local. Why? Because the locals were what at that time?
They were desperate, and they were sad because they were thinking, they will lose their jobs.
Yes, so they were taking plans. Okay, so read it, Linda. Read it from the slide.
Yeah, but it's a delay.
Okay.
Teacher, can I go to the bathroom really quick?
Yes, please.
This viewpoint makes the quote feel like a conversation. Members of the community are making dire predictions about the future.
Yes. Predictions about the future and making plans. Now they will take our work and the wages will be down and we will lose our jobs to them. Okay, now it's the time to fill it ourselves. Who got one?
Me.
Yes, please.
In line 41.
Yes, Dima, in line 41, huh?
We can't have them in the schools, they're strangers. How do you like to have your sister go out with one of them?
Yes, excellent. So this is which you write it, yes. And
It's
this is
first person plural.
yes, and it shows what?
They're the locals talking about the Okies.
Yes, and they feel
afraid from them.
Yes, and they are making also plans. They make plans for them. We will do this and this. We can't let these Okies get out of hand. Right?
Yes.
Yes. And then when he continued, who can find another one, girls? To a third person.
I'm not sure.
Tell me.
How could I compete with a dateless male?
Excellent. This is a singular.
Yes, first
person point of view. Yes, what is he doing? What is the effect? Why he used this to show what? To show the feelings of the Californians, the locals, and their fear of the Okies. Yes. Why did he use this way? To change something in the structure of the story and your feeling. So how did it affect your feeling? It showed you what? It showed you how the Californians are feeling toward the Okies and how they plan to treat them.
I have one.
Yes, please, Huda.
Miss, I don't know if it's يعني هيك مفروض بس إنه when they said in line 80 the little farmers moved into towns for a while and exhausted their friends, their relatives, and then they too went on the highways. So here, and then they too went into the highways. It's third omniscient.
Third omniscient, excellent.
Yeah, it's talking about how they were tired and they go again and traveled.
Yes,
and they were on the
and this time both of them, the locals and the migrants, both of them, because the two of them were affected by the situation and lost their jobs.
Of the Canary, yes.
Yes. So Noor, please read this.
We own the country. We can't let these Okies get out of hand.
It is close to what Linda said when they said, and Dima also, that we plan, what did you do? What did you say? We can't leave our jobs and this, to them and this. Okay? Read Noor, continue.
Point of view, first person point plural. Effect. This part of the passage shows the local making plans. The first person plural creates a secretive, intimate tone.
Yes. Okay. And this is another example. Maya, read it, please. Malika?
Yes, miss. They said these goddammit Okies are dirty and ignorant. Point of view, third person. Third person puts the reader at a distance from the speaker. The quote becomes a criticism of the speaker character.
Yes. Okay. So the third person, it puts a distance from the speaker. It means because he is not talking directly to you. And here it is a criticism of the speaker's character itself. It shows how hateful they are toward the Okies. Okay, girls, we finished the first read. Do you have any questions?
No.
Yeah. Any questions for first read?
No.
No.
What do you think? Again, let's discuss the Grapes of Wrath. Did you like the way the author moves from the first person point of view to the second, to the third omniscient, to the
Yes.
first thinker? You liked it?
Mm-hmm.
What is the effect that gives you?
I think it lets us feel how they felt all.
Mm.
And
Oh, there was a
situation.
point, I'm sorry, Huda, for interrupting, when there's a part that could be a dialogue when he said, I'll work for 50, I'll work for 25, I'll work for... Should be a dialogue, but he wrote them in lines. Okay, okay, continue, Huda.
Yeah, but we felt the situation.
Yes,
and how they were feeling like that.
Yes, because when he uses the first person point of view, we get to know the person who talks more, and then he goes to the third person, so we get to know the other perspectives more. So he switched between these ways in order to get me to more to understand all the perspectives.
Yes.
Right? Okay. We don't have a homework. We'll take second read tomorrow maybe, or after tomorrow. What else? What else? What else? What else? What to discuss? We finish. I will stop recording and we discuss anything. I'll stop it. Okay.
Miss, it's